Oh.
So today we're talking about Jubilee Lake. This is a high mountain lake that's up out of Western Oregon, and it's about an hour's drive from Walla Walla. I've gone there for 40 plus years, so I love this place. It's very nice. It's a lot more populated than it used to be, which is a little sad, but you know, you got to share. It has about 50. I think we were in 53, weren't we? We were in 53. So I think there are 53 campsites because we were in the last one, which was very nice at the end. The campsites are not very close together, and they some are double, so you know, larger families. There's overflow parking in one spot, but the parking lot is very large and can accommodate a lot of boat trailers and stuff like that. And you know, if you just come up for day use, I think it's $3 for day, and you have to look on the website as they change rates, but they do have a website. When you travel up to Jubilee Lake, the road is pretty washboardy most of the year. Even when after they grade it, they get so much traffic that it
doesn't take long before it's washboarding again.
Yeah. And so when you do get to the gate of the camp, however, there's pavement.
Yeah. And from the main road to the lake is about 12 miles, and about 4 of that is paved. So you're going to be on gravel for about 8 miles.
And on the paved part, it's pretty nice because it does keep the dust down in the campground, because in the mountains it gets pretty dusty.
Yeah.
Fine dust that's into everything.
Yeah.
There's a walking path that goes all the way around the lake, and it's approximately, we walked it and kind of checked, and it's approximately 3-mile hike, but it's very easy. It's all pretty much on the level. And I was thinking when we were walking it that actually wheelchairs and electric wheelchairs might make it, except for some tree roots that create some issues. But
yeah, there's a couple of spots where the creeks cross the path to get to the lake, and they get a little soft at times of rain. So, but the paved portion, you wouldn't have trouble in a wheelchair at all. Not at all.
There are no bikes on that path, however, and it's marked quite well. No bikes.
Yeah.
You can ride your bikes on the paved area around the campsite, though, where vehicles travel is not a big deal.
Yeah, and the road that loops the campground is approximately a mile. If you include the entrance road from the gate out to the forest road, that'll give you another half a mile one way. And so with that included up and back, then you have about a 2-mile loop that you would be doing.
There is also, the lake is great for kayaking and for boats. There's no motors on this lake, so it's all electric motors, trolling motors. And there's fair fishing. They stock this lake with trout fairly often during the season. And I think right when it opens, I think Father's Day, they have a fishing derby, but I'm not exactly sure on that. Yeah. You might need to look at the website and see when they plan that. And it is very full on weekends with a lot of day use. So Saturdays sometimes are just packed. Yeah. So if you're retired like we are, go ahead and spend the week there and go home on the weekends.
Yeah. or claim your spot. We actually went up the day before just for a nice ride. And since we knew we were coming, we thought, well, let's go up to the lake and see what it's like that before we take the trailer. And it was so packed that, honestly, there were so many vehicles parked on the road, some of them where they shouldn't have been, that we probably would not have been able to get the trailer past them. We came the next day and no problem at all. No problem whatsoever.
So amenities in the camp, they have pit toilets mostly. There are 2 flush toilets that are up off the, I think 2, maybe just 1. Well, actually, both sides of the thing are flush toilets. Mm-hmm. So there's 2 actual toilets. And running water. They have water spigots throughout the camp, but they're not threaded. You can't fill your tank on your RV.
Bring your water with you.
There's garbage though, and they do have reservations on some sites. You just have to look at the web page to see which ones are reservation sites and which ones are first come first serve sites. And
our trailer is 32 feet tip to tip. We're about 50 feet with the truck. And if you stay in probably the upper 30s to 50s as far as sites, you're probably not going to have any trouble getting in there. Probably none at all. I know you won't in the upper 40s and 50s for sure.
The other thing that this lake provides is wildlife. There are lots of birds, and we were lucky enough this time to see an eagle dive off the top and catch a fish. I almost got the whole thing on video, but of course the commanding moment in which he nabbed the fish, I missed that part. They are fast.
Yeah.
Hard to follow with a camera.
And we did get the whole thing, but on my camera it was at such a distance that you don't get the detail that you do with hers. But we'll try to patch that in any way so that you can try to enjoy the moment with us.
And there are osprey, there's ducks, and in the spring, of course, if you go early, there's baby ducks all over.
Oh, yeah, lots.
And geese. And then there are coyotes. You can hear those at night a lot of times. And the other thing I've heard at night is wolves. We do have wolves now in eastern Oregon.
And occasionally, never heard of one ever being in a campsite, but we have seen bears on the road going in before. So
and elk.
And so there are bears and elk in the area. So, as good little campers, don't leave your food out overnight. We know you won't do that. Okay.
And I have seen elk as we've traveled up and down there over the years, and it's a good place for hunters. Usually come in November when the camp is not very busy, and camp there and go hunting elsewhere. So there is that. Didn't see any turkeys. But there might be.
Just us, but that's about it.
Well, I think that's about it for Jubilee Lake, but it is a wonderful place to go.
Yes, it is.
And it's good for kids. Lots of kids out there in the water on floaters. And like I said, it's about It's about an hour from Walla Walla, Washington. So, and up from Western Oregon. So that kind of gives you the distance, and we'll probably post a map or something.
Okay, come join us. We'll show you the rest.
Have a good one. Waiting for me?
Yeah. Here she comes.
Walking down the street.
She gets the funniest look.
Well, it's starting to sprinkle. Hope that means the fish start biting. It's really pretty though. We got a storm a-brewing. really peaceful.